You're listening to the Joseph Rojas Show. This is Isaac CK1 in the mix with an up-and-coming artist, a friend of mine from a long time ago. We have Ryan Hunt inside the studio. Ryan, how you doing?
I'm doing great, man. Thanks for asking.
Awesome. Well, we're doing this little segment here that we like to introduce new music to people, new artists, and we want people to kind of know what ministries are out there and what people are doing. And not just, we're always kind of listening. When you listen to the radio, you're always hearing just kind of mainstream stuff. But there's so much things that people are doing and so many other ministries out there that are reaching lives and doing things that are important. And, and you being a friend of mine, this is really cool that I get this chance to do this with you and that Joseph has allowed us to add this segment to the show. So give me just a real brief background of Ryan.
Right on, man. I've been playing music for years. I love songwriting. I love being able to tell my story. I think an artist's most valuable resource is his or her story, and being able to tell that. And I think good stories. It's like a contagious light. We use it and we inspire hearts, and our hearts are inspired by it. And I love to do that.
So. When you say that you love to write music and you write about your life, is there a song that you do that's really kind of a glimpse into like maybe the testimony of your life or something like that you've written?
Absolutely. On our Control album, there's a song that's called Moment, and it's probably my favorite song to play right now. So many people I've met over the years, they carry this stuff that's happened to them. Maybe someone spoke something into their life, or someone did something to them, or maybe they made a mistake and they just feel like their life is over because of what happened in that moment. Well, the gospel says that's just not true. He redeems and restores all things new. And so I love just the opportunity to share that song with people. What happened was a moment, and you're more than a moment.
Well, I say we take a listen to that song now. Here's a Moment by Ryan Hunt.
Nothing
You're listening to the Joseph Rojas Show, and I'm your host, CK1, and we have special guest Ryan Hunt. We just heard his single, one of his singles called Moment. And how many albums do you have out now?
I have 2 albums and a single we just released.
That's awesome. So how can people get a hold of your material?
I'm on iTunes, Ryan Hunt.
Mm-hmm.
I have an EP called Compass, a full length that came out last October called Control. And a week and a half ago, we just released a new single that's called Nothing Can Tear Us Apart, all available on iTunes.
Well, give me a little backstory on Nothing Can Tear Us Apart. What caused you to write that song?
You know, I lived in Oklahoma City for a while, and recently there were some pretty awful storms that went through the town and tore it up. And and I think, I got to thinking about these just storms in our life, and physical storms, they come and turn everything upside down and just destroy our lives. But you know what? Spiritual storms come, physical storms come, and I think sometimes we forget that God is bigger than our storms.
Wow.
There's a scripture in Isaiah I love. It says, "Would a mother forget her child at her breast? Of course not. But even if she does, I will not forget you." That's who we are. In Romans 8, it says, "No power in the sky nor on the earth below will ever be able to separate us from God's love." And I think that's the lens we just have to put on. When these storms, they come, sometimes we go, "God, where were you? Why'd you let this happen?" And it's like we're mad at God for letting this happen or for making us or allowing us to happen or whatever, it looks like. But the reality is that He's with us. And the scripture tells us that He's close to the brokenhearted. Wow. And I think that something happens when we remember the truth about who He is. We sing these songs and we tell these stories. Like, I feel like sometimes we come to churches and we sing songs about how great God is. And it's like we're trying to remind Him, hey, remember you're awesome. Remember you're big. And if we remind Him who He is, maybe He'll show up and do something. But that's wrong.
Right.
We tell these stories, we sing these songs so we remember who He is. Maybe we discover for the first time that who He really is. And something happens when we discover who God is. We discover who He says we are. Beloved, not forgotten, chosen, child of the Most High God. That's who we are.
Right.
So I wanted to write this song just to speak over people that I care about in that community, specifically in Oklahoma, but also just across the globe, that storms come, but God is close and He loves us.
Wow. Ooh. Gave me chills there, bro. So here's Ryan Hunt's latest single, Nothing Can Tear Us Apart.
Want more from Joseph? Head on over to josephrojas.org to connect on Twitter, Facebook, and YouTube. And download our free podcast.